Hi, it's Desmond, and I'm here with Steve Fields, who's the Managing Director for Hobie in Australasia. He's up from Australia, here at ICAST in Las Vegas, representing Hobie, and he was just telling me some really interesting things about the way Hobie's business has evolved in Australia, in particular in connection with tournament fishing. How are you, Steve?
Good, thanks. Glad you stopped by the booth today.
Yeah, thanks. So, just exactly what happens in the kayak tournament fishing world in Australia?
What we've done is kind of copied what America's been doing in the bass fishing side of things. You know, just a competitive kind of fishing that's affordable. The kayaks make it very easy to get out on the water, and we've just copied what you guys have done for probably 30 years. It's kind of, you catch your fish, we do live weigh-ins, you come on stage, and you have the opportunity to win a bit of money along the way.
And how many fishermen participate in competitive kayak fishing in Australia?
I think if you combined all the different kayak competitions that are run out through Australia, you're probably looking at about 1,000 competitors all up together between the different tournaments.
And do they all roll up into big national tournaments?
No, not at this stage. I think the most of the tournaments are kind of that 50 to 70 participants per there, but the nice thing about Australia, we've done it Australia-wide, so all the different states have these events and qualifying events.
Yeah, and qualifying for what?
Well, the Hobie event has that's sponsored by Daiwa. We have a grand final, so the factory provides 50 brand new boats, and the idea is that you can be from somewhere out of state, fly in with your rod and reel, hop on a factory supplied boat, and the biggest thing is it equals out the playing field. So the guy with the most money, the best sounder, isn't necessarily going to win, and that's one of the key things about it.
And what's the nature of the tournament? Is it catch and release, or what is it?
Yeah, it's what we normally do. Instead of a lot of the comps in the kayaks, they take in photograph and release. We do live weigh-ins. So we catch the fish and put it in a live well. We have the live weigh-in bags, just like they do at Bassmaster Classic. You go on stage, you weigh your fish, winner take all.
And what sort of fish are these, and how big are they?
Australia has a species called brim, and they do a yellowfin brim and a black brim. And they're a lightweight rod and reel combination kind of fish, but they're a lot of fun. Probably 2.5, 3 kilo fish is a very good fish down there.
Oh, so they'll fit in your live well, all right?
They'll fit in. We do three fish in our live well, so that way the integrity of the fish is good and it maintains the fish.
And what kind of water are they fishing, typically?
Salt water. A lot of times it's brackish water, but generally they're a saltwater species, and that's found throughout Australia.
Yeah. Well, you know, Australia has a reputation as a place where kayak fishing's really taken off. Is that due to the nature of the coastline in Australia, or how do you explain it?
I think the coastline has a lot to do with it. I also think it's just the development of kayaks altogether in the last 10 years. The kayaks have gotten better, which means that the fishing guys are there, and also the cost of fuel and power boats these days, it's an easy avenue for a guy to go kayaking and go fishing pretty cheaply.
Yeah. But it's been kind of interesting to see how the world of power boats has gotten a little bit integrated with kayak fishermen and tournaments in Australia.
It's great. There's a good crossover now. So you have a lot of the top guys that are powerboat guys have all gone into the kayak fishing because it's just a lot of fun. And likewise, again, you've got a lot of the guys at the top end of the kayak range who really want to try to crack that big boat stuff to find out how good they really are against the pros. So it's been a really good mix between the top guys going into kayaks and the top of the kayakers also going into the powerboats.
So is there a way for good kayak tournament fishermen to wind up in any of the big national tournaments?
It's one of the neat things about the event that is run by Daiwa. We have an Australian Fishing Championship in Australia. It's done in power boats, and one of the pathways is that the grand final winner of our Daiwa kayak event in Australia gets a rod on a power boat. So he gets to fish with Team Hobie, and we fish for 3 different species of fish down there. So there is a way that you can fish kayaks, win the kayaks, and hop on and play with the big boys.
So that's the biggest tournament in the country, right? That's the #1.
It is. It's the Australian Fishing Championships is by far, without a doubt, the premier event in Australia as far as powerboat fishing is concerned.
A kayak angler must feel kind of spoiled when they get on a nice bass boat and go fishing.
It is, but it's quite comical because some of the things that the powerboat guys do, the kayak guys are probably do it a little bit better, a little bit more stealth fishing, not staying up quite as much. So it's right neat having a kayak guy next to a pro guy and a normal powerboat. They learn off each other, and the kayak guys really show their way.
So do you think there'll ever be a kayak champion angler at the Bassmaster Classic?
Watch this space.
Watch this space. And what are the new features in kayaks this year? I think you talked a little bit about the possibility of power poles and things like that on kayaks?
It's unlimited. I mean, the sounders now are getting better, so we're getting really, really good electronics designed for kayaks. Power pole styles of fittings, like a shallow water anchor is there, standing bars to lean up against some fish, so the sky's the limit. Live well is another area that we can look at as well, but the kayak fishing is developed because that industry has grown, and now we have all these guys on board developing stuff just for kayak fishing.
That's great. Hey, well, thanks for the report from down under.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks for stopping by the booth.
Take care.